Okay, Shalom Israel, this is my final part to this. This is going to be a video portion. Disclaimer, Fair Use Act, USC Code 17. I do not own this video. I am not profiting off of this video. This is merely for educational and informational purposes only. This is, I don't know the year, but this is from the Howard Stern show. When ODB, Old Dirty Bastard, from those of you who know about the Wu-Tang Clan, out of his own mouth, would tell you that he is Shinnecock and not black. I'm going to start this off at about the 1 minute and 25 second mark. Okay? ODB, I'm not Indian. Excuse me. ODB, I'm an Indian, not black. Okay? Let's take a look.
The Indians don't really get too along with the firewater. The Indians don't really get too along with the firewater, and you know.
Are you an Indian?
Yes.
Are you an Indian?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I thought you were a black guy. Oh, really?
Oh,
I thought you were a black guy.
Hey.
You're Indian?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. You got me
What kind of
kidding.
Indian?
You're Indian?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
You got me
What kind of
kidding.
Indian are you?
Like Tonto Indian?
Shinnecock Indian.
Really? You're Shinnecock?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you're Shinnecock.
You could have fooled me.
That's the kind I am.
Hey.
So you should be Big Chief Bastard, not
I was
older.
gonna say, his family was here when Columbus landed. His family was here when Columbus landed.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
And I'm going to share something with you if you did not catch it. Even this, I think her name is Robin. Even she knows. She said his family was here when Columbus landed. You go back to that.
Landed.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
So you are not a black man, you're an Indian.
It was here when Columbus landed.
So you're not
I was
older.
gonna say, his family was here when Columbus landed. His family was here when Columbus landed.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
So you are not a black man, you're an Indian.
I'm Indian.
So you are not a black man, you're an Indian.
I'm Indian.
So you are not a black man, you're an Indian.
I'm Indian.
No kidding. Now this is a shock.
We are learning more.
It's not a shock, folks.
You look totally black. You look totally black.
Just hidden history.
I'm Indian. Yeah, I was definitely Indian.
Wow.
Definitely.
Wow.
Definitely.
So the Indians and the firewater don't get along. You know that.
Alright, so
Hey, do you sell any of those little tom-toms? I'm trying to get a hold of some of those.
I don't know, but I know I'm sweating under these arms.
Okay, so again, ODB knew he was Indian. This is Little Richard, folks, from the Dick Cavett Show. All right, you can see the title. Little Richard, Indian from Macon, Georgia. This was between 1972 and 1974, I believe. Little Richard, you know, the wop babaloo wop, the wop bamboo. So this is him in his own words, folks.
The Georgia Peach. Why do you find time to do both?
Well, you know, I'm from Macon, Georgia. I'm from there. James Brown is from there. Otis Redding is from there. And Wayne Cochran is from there. I was the best looking one in the league, so I left first. So I make them the best. Oh, you silly. I think it's something before you go from me. It's something I've always wanted to do all my life.
Uh-oh.
And all of my life, I've always wanted to do this. I've always just wanted to host a show.
Host a show?
I've been in the business so long, and I'm the only Indian in the business today.
I mean you're Indian.
The only Indian. The other one that you had out here, he's not in the business. He's a stunt man.
Okay, once again, Little Richard says, I'm the only Indian in the business today. Okay? All right, let me go to Cadillac Records. And there's no Not a coincidence, folks. Not a coincidence. Just hidden history. Okay, again, Fair Use Act, USC Code 17. Disclaimer, I do not own this video. I am not profiting off of this video monetarily. This is merely for the purpose of education and information.
Y'all can't come in here.
I'm Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry's a country and western singer.
Is he? You know what else he is? He's me.
Says he's Chuck Berry.
Let me see some ID.
All right then. ID.
This license says you're Indian. That pinup says you're Indian. This license 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 says you're Indian.
Exactly, folks. His license said he was Indian, not African American. All right? Or black. Let's go to, again, these folks know. Again, this is kept from the scene, from the movie Cat Ballou, which starred Nat King Cole. This movie was, I believe, released in 1965, well before I was born. So let's find out what they knew in 1965.
Here's my new blockbuster. This is my daughter, Kathy. Shalom Aleichem, Jackson 2 Bears. Mr. Ballou, what's the use of saying Shalom Aleichem to me?
That Assalamu Alaikum stuff is for the Arabs, all right? It's Shalom or Shalom for Israel.
I'm a full Sioux Indian. I'm not one of the chosen people. All right, go ahead, be stubborn if you want. I ain't stubborn. Oh, not much you ain't.
Did you hear what he just said? I'm full Sioux Indian. I'm not one of the chosen people.
Oh, not much you ain't. Stubborn if you want. I ain't stubborn. Oh, not much you ain't. Now, according to an ex-congressman of these United States...
Let me rewind this, folks. Sorry.
Sioux Indian, I'm not one of the... I'm a full Sioux Indian. I'm not one of the chosen people. Full Sioux Indian. I'm a full Sioux Indian. I'm not one of the chosen people. I'm a full Sioux Indian. I'm not one of the chosen people. I'm a full Sioux Indian. I'm not one of the chosen people. All right, go ahead, be stubborn if you want. I ain't stubborn. Oh, not much you ain't. Now, according to an ex-congressman of these United States, I heard give a lecture at the Jatapa this winter. Indians is the lost tribe of Israel, but he won't admit it. Just think, Indians is the lost tribe of Israel, but he won't admit it. Indians is the lost tribe of Israel, but he won't admit it. Indians is the lost tribe of Israel, but he won't admit it. Just ain't true.
And what he means by stubborn is Israel is a stiff-necked people.
Was an ex-congressman of these United States, I tell you.
Well, maybe he was mistaken.
No, he was not. Jackson just got a mean, stubborn streak in him is all. I brought Mr. Bernstein, the telegraph operator, out here from town last month, and he stood right where you're standing now, and he talked Hebrew at Jackson for 10 minutes by law, and he talked Hebrew, and he talked Hebrew, and he talked Hebrew, and he talked Hebrew, and he talked Hebrew,
and he talked Hebrew. Not Tuolingit, not African. He's stating that the Indian spoke Hebrew.
Jackson for 10 minutes by my watch, and Jackson pretended he didn't understand a word. Now, I call that stubborn. Oh, I didn't understand a word. You see what I mean? Now, you get that truck down out of there. I'll get started.
This is from Cat Ballou, 1965, folks. Now, interesting, let's go to the Decalogue stones authenticated, all right? Decalogue stones authenticated in America unearthed. So I found this video and I found it interesting. So let's listen to what they have to say. If you remember the slide which I showed the Decalogue stones. Okay, I got a commercial as usual for YouTube. All this stuff is on YouTube, folks, and can be researched on your own.
This is the Decalogue stone with the Ten Commandments written on it on all sides of it. And this is a stone box that the Decalogue was found in.
Okay.
So when it was found, it was enclosed in this box and you couldn't even see the stone inside. The box is carved out inside exactly to fit the Decalogue stone.
Well, who's that guy?
Well, this figure here on the front that's wearing a robe and a turban and holding either tablets or a breastplate, and over his head in these Hebrew letters it says Moshe or Moses.
Oh.
So must be Moses.
Okay, that's Moses. All right.
Who delivered the Ten Commandments.
Ten Commandments. Okay, well. It seems to pass the scrutiny of the skeptics as far as the Hebrew text in the language. So now I'd like to try to add some evidence to this whole discussion.
I apologize. This video is acting up. The enemy does not want this information to come out, but the word of the Most High God will not return to him in vain. All right?
After it was carved, it's scratched like I would expect. But it fits.
Itself, it took an awful lot of work. I mean, if it was really a forgery, you wouldn't go to all that much trouble to make a box for it. So I think that speaks to its authenticity, that someone really this was very important to someone.
This is a lot of work, and it's polished. It wasn't made as far as that would make these things obvious hoaxes. So the skeptics have rejected this.
Well, that's been a factor, but Hebrew is an odd thing to find here.
The fact that it's odd doesn't mean that it's not genuine. What it boils down to is really the problem with these artifacts is that the academics don't like them because they don't fit the paradigm. And unfortunately for them, you can't dismiss things simply because you don't like them.
Let's listen to that again.
The problem with these artifacts is that the academics don't like them because they don't fit the paradigm. The problem with these artifacts is that the academics don't like them because they don't fit the paradigm. And unfortunately for them, you can't dismiss things simply because you don't like them.
Right.
And so the evidence to me seems clear. There's no reason not to accept these as genuine, legitimate artifacts.
Yep. Okay, this is from
Hey, I just read an unbelievable article in the Epic Times.
1492.
It's an investigation into the mysterious origins of the current outbreak. What other paper do you know that's questioning?
This is from 1492, Christopher Columbus, Conquest of America. Conquest of Paradise, from 1992.
Why did you wish to sail west?
To open a new route to Asia. Asia is the richest kingdom, the land of spices and gold. At the moment, there are only two ways of reaching it. By sea, sailing around the African continent, the journey takes a year, or by land. But the Turks have closed this route to all Christians. There is a third way. By sailing west across the ocean sea.
The distance is unknown. It's said to be infinite.
Superstition. I believe the Indies are no more than 750 leagues west of the Canary Islands.
Can you be so certain?
The calculations of Toscanelli, Marandotti, Esdras.
Esdras is a Jew.
So what's worse?
2 minutes. Already you're a dead man.
For telling the truth?
Yes. You are burning people for less. The man you're about to confront has no emotion.
Exactly. Second Esdras. In your Apocrypha, folks. Esdras is just Ezra. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hoshea the king, whom Salmanasseh the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, so they came into another land. But they took counsel among this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood, till they were passed over. For through the country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Arsareth. Then dwelt they there until the latter time, which is now, folks, and now when they shall begin to come. Okay? Again, Esdras, 2nd Esdras 13, starting at the 40th verse, in the Apocrypha. Okay? So hopefully this has been an edifying lesson. This is a rebuke, not only to the Pan-Africans and the so-called Mongols, but to Esau, Edom as well. Okay? Shalom.